look at this sorghum. It's up over my stuff took off. Like I said earlier, we had 3.5 inches of rain. And just unreal with the growth of this stuff. This should make a lot of feed. Hey, good evening. We're gonna check the barley corn that's on the other side. That stuff is doing really nice, but I don't know how to show you how tall this stuff is. But anyway, it's up to my shirt pocket. Now it's not all like that, but so this is our goal and plans here, to chop some of it, bale some of it, and wrap it. I need 600 bales, but I wanted to show you where the rain came down. I need to turn this around a minute if we can flip it around, just to see a little bit what it looks like. There. The phone there is cracked, so you won't be able to see it. But let's go here where it's rain damage. It did. Unreal. There. That stuff went flat as a pancake. I'm not sure if it's going to come back up or not. The water came down through here. I think with the disc spine, we can get it pretty easily. So, anybody that farms sorghum Sudan grass, this here was the I planted 2 different numbers, and this one was the cheaper number. This was your it was $36.50, I think, a bag. I'm not really good with numbers and stuff, but and then the more expensive stuff I planted down around the other field, and we'll go look at that next. But the corn looks good down there. The problem is, I would mow this probably. I would have mowed if we wouldn't have had 3.5 inches of rain, because there's a lot of wet spots in this field. No, I wanna. This stuff will grow back, so I want to get 2 cuttings off of this. It's been about a month since I planted it. I think I like it. I don't know. You see the stalks there? It's really pretty much clean of weeds and stuff. Yeah, it will grow 7 foot tall. The problem you run into if you get it too tall, combining it or mowing it down with the disc spine, wrap around the rolls or flails or whatever you have, it causes problems. But hey Paul, how you doing on this fine evening? I'm not down on my knees here, Paul. That stuff's tall. No, I'm not wearing shorts in this field. This is going to make some feed. And then my plan is to put some fertilizer. This had all that steer manure on, and the Holstein that liquid stuff we were spreading. So yeah, that's one thing I plant stuff thick. I like it thick. They say plant it thick to have smaller stems. But why wouldn't the deer eat this? The deer jump across and they like eating my corn. But it has good color to it. Hey, Andrew. No room for weeds to grow. That's right. Well, that stuff shades it out. I looked at the video when we planted it with the drill, and I think it was about 30 days ago. Well, Ralph, I would have cut it today. I would have, but yesterday we had 3.5 inches of rain, and you can see some spots where it actually laid down, where the water came down through here. Yeah, I would definitely cut it today, and then we've got another nice cutting off of it. Because it's up to my pocket some places, other places up to my belt buckle, or up to my chest. But what I wanted to show, some of you guys didn't see it, but where the water went down through here, it didn't wash any ground out, but the disc bind will get that. I'm not worried about that. I don't know if it will stay green or if it will die off laying like that. Or will it bounce back up? There's about 3 or 4 areas like that. So it's not awful. Too much nitrogen, probably. Bale. Yeah, we probably, it depends how big it gets. If it gets too tall, if the ground's not fit to get on it, we'll probably end up chopping it because it get too big and stemmy. Hey, good evening, happy Colorado Homestead. How you doing? Hope you had an awesome Friday so far. I know there was a lot of good channels out there. We're pushing, Ralph was out there today. Now this is about up to my head here. Yeah, you were out there helping other people grow today. I think you were. So this is, if anybody is non-farming, this is sorghum Sudan. And this is going to be our cattle feed here for over the winter. And now we'll go over here across the field. They're drilling a well over here. Interesting. They must have been busy. There's a well truck over here drilling a well for that house. Now, this is barley corn here. Grew up on a corn farm, brings back memories of running through it as a child. Well, I appreciate that, but I won't run through it. I'm too wore out here this week. I've been dealing with a couple issues here with being sick. So, but look at this. This is barley corn. Are you going to give them any grain? Yes. Yeah, so they're over there, I don't know if you can hear it, drilling the well for that new house. But look at this corn. This had its dose of nitrogen. Hey, Larry, how much rain did you get, Larry? We had 3.5 inches here yesterday. We'll do a pregnancy check here end of the month. Plus, so we'll do shots and this corn is doing really good. This is a Pioneer 1197. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? This is a Pioneer 1197 in this field, and Chemgrow, and that was 115 day corn planted after barley. We had barley here. Did your cattle go through the sale barn? Yeah, they're in a sale barn. It starts at 7:30, and they'll go into 12:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. What we do is we have other guys that interact to fill barns up and stuff, so they were contacted, and they know we sent them out, so it works the best for our operation. So this was 45 acres here roughly, and that was planted after barley, and we chopped that. I'm not sure exactly when that was anymore, but so this corn should do all right. But I just couldn't believe the amount of rain we had. I'm out here standing. Now some of this was turbo tilled. This out here was no tilled. And some of it's not as tall, but it's not bad looking. I know you guys are having a rough time out there, Jeff. But overall, I'm really happy with this corn here. We did put down about 100 pounds of N again here in about a week. The hemp is over 4 feet tall now. Did you tell me how much rain you got, Larry? That was one heck of a storm that came through here. We're going to go down to my lower field and see how... I don't know. It was all over the board. Just in different locations. Are there hemp farmers on here? I'm not sure. I don't think I'll ever get in it, but I know there's guys trying it. Nothing like a Ford sitting along the road, right? Now, the sorghum down here doesn't look as nice with all the moisture, but it's coming. It needs heat. I don't think much of anything looks good with 3.5 inches of rain. Ford on the road, dead. Now you guys remember this field was flooded last year. Now this was planted a little later yet, but it's over knee high. But you can see, look how wet it is. This corn won't survive in here. Just drowns out. Corn over there looks pretty good, just but wherever it's a low spot, it's done with. Now this sorghum here, you see it where it did get some nitrogen and where it's drowning. Plant sorghum. I thought about it, Ralph, but I'm done. I'm done planting. We want to get this mowed off and get some nitrogen put on this stuff, and it'll come back nice, I believe. You can just see where when we top dressed, side dressed, whatever you want to call it, and it got a little bit of nitrogen. Look how green it is. So it does need nitrogen bad. We do not have any tile down in this field here. It's just the way it is. It's a low-lying, nice ground, but when it gets a lot of rain, nothing will grow. You need AC bad. It's a little humid tonight, but it's not too bad. But I mean, overall the corn's doing pretty good. I don't know. I know some guys are doing that. I might buy some heifer calves off of him and you know, go that way. But I like the Semitole and I like the Black Angus. I mean, they seem to do pretty good for me. Well, let's get out of this swamp ground. There's some deer tracks. But yeah, like I said, 3.5 inches of rain. Can't do much down here. That's why, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen if everybody keeps stealing off the poor guy. Yeah, I definitely need to get some nitrogen on this stuff. It would really help it. But we can't get on here to spread anything until it dries out. Usually in August you have no problem. Now I got all muddy. Yeah, she starts every time. I got a letter for the Ford Explorer. They want to put a way of understanding it. They want to put a new axle underneath it on the back, or axle suspension kit or something under warranty. They said it takes almost a day to do it, I guess. Yeah, we'll have 2 cameras going there tomorrow. Baling straw Monday, and more grass hay. So I'll have her over there with the truck, and it's gonna be muddy, I believe, but they didn't think we had as much as rain over there. Now this corner here looks a lot better, but again, we had to replant some of this field on the back side. The feedlot, that looks really good. But I think it's just about done pollinating. But it smells good in here. This is in chem grow in this field. If Jeff is still here, do you go around your edges and spray your corn if the sprayer misses? Or maybe I'm the only fussy one that does that when I have time. I don't like weeds along the edge of the corn. You can see the pollination, it came down good today. And it was a perfect day to pollinate because it was just cool. Yeah, that's right. I can't stand minivans. That's right, Larry. I'll never own one. And if I do ever get the chance to win one, it's for sale. Yeah, so this corn in here is going to do pretty good for a change. It looks like a deer trying to come in here different spots. And then we have some more late corn due to being wet. But I'm not complaining because there's the corn all through Pennsylvania. There's some nice corn and then there's junky corn. Just too much rain. This here was planted. This field here, there was 45 or 60 acres here. It was planted on April the 25th, I think it was. And 28 of it had to be replanted. Mother-in-law has a new Explorer Platinum Sweet SUV loaded up. Well, keep them over there, Larry. Look at this. They come through here and they cause damage. Well, I'm just glad this year, with that last rain and all the rains we've been having, if I would have had tobacco out, it'd be gone. It's hard to say. The beef markets are just as bad as corn markets. And chicken laying eggs, you have 2 good years and then you have 3 bad years. Dairy, you'll have 1 good year and 6 bad ones. Grain farming, you know, you'll have a couple good years or decent ones, and next it's up the creek. But the only thing that works for me is just keep my hands in everything. Try to stay into custom work, and I like the cow and calf operation. Doesn't work in our area because land rent is so expensive. Just if I was going to run a cow and calf operation, I'd be out west somewhere, I guess, where you have more acreage. And, it works here in the barn. Yeah, you're exactly right. Ralph, you know, that guys are selling cows and left and right. But with the flooding out west, you know, the beef that we lost, and they're low spots. So the corn don't do too good, not wet. Your water land. But if I'd had tobacco in this field, I don't care what I've done, it would have been gone. The corn can handle better than tobacco can. And that's going to hurt me again. 2 years in a row with no tobacco. But I didn't give up spending, I guess. But we're just thankful for what we have. We'll just keep going forward, I guess, like every other farmer. So yeah, we'll have some video coming in tomorrow afternoon. Trying to get some weed off. I run about 100 cows. A bit of custom hay work. Way to make a living. You got that right. Equipment's terrible expensive. But I guess we'll just take one day at a time. I'm definitely getting out of the Holsteins. I mean, we did well with the Holsteins. Don't get me wrong. And just with the Holsteins, for your bang for your buck, you got to have blacks in that barn. We rebuilt that barn with a feed walkway up front and stuff, and fans, and I still don't have lights in it yet, but it doesn't pay to have a barn full of Holsteins right now. They're cheap. They're cheap to get. A lot of them, you know, they came in here $5, $10. Well, my wife, she pulls her weight for sure, Ralph. And if it wasn't for her keeping us going, it'd be tough too. But I did move these 40 down here. And if I could have got rid of them today too, they would all go. I just don't need to. To me, the Holsteins were a stepping stone for my life. And the kids enjoyed them. And we're going to still raise our heifer calves. But bull calves, steers, I'm done with them. Well, guys, appreciate you coming along. I don't know if we other just seen things, and corn looks good. And anybody using peat moss for bedding down your way? I don't know peat moss. What is a mulch? Sawdust? What is peat moss? What do you?
We don't have much peat moss up this way.
No. And the problem is, if it's not bone dry, the dairy guys definitely wouldn't use it.
Not the stuff that hangs off the trees.
No, I don't know, but
That's the Spanish moss.
Hey, thanks, Larry, for coming out, and
have a good night, Larry.
It works good. What is it like, Dustin? Peat moss. I'll have to Google it, I guess.
Like, is that the stuff that...
I'm thinking.
Hi, Ralph.
What's his name?
Have a good evening, Vincent.
Yeah, I'll have to look up that. We always use sawdust. It's hard to explain, but it's quite a step above sawdust. Better for your land.
Hi, Paul.
How's the little one doing, Paul? I'm sorry I couldn't get together here over the holiday of the 4th of July. If you knew how bad I was feeling, and I'm still not feeling 100% yet. A mixture of somewhat mulch, someone said. Is it a bone dry product? I wonder. I don't know even where I could even get it. But like I said, we're going to be doing sawdust. We'll have we'll go back to straw and sawdust, but...
Thanks, Michael. Have a good night.
You'll have to send me another picture, Paul.
I bet. He's what? 4
He's-
months? 5 months?
I'm not sure if peat moss is in Bag and Lowe's. That'd be pretty expensive to bed my barn down there, Ralph. I know some guys use. Does some guy ever use peanut hulls? I heard they're pretty good too. Similar to mulch. I'll have to look into that peat moss, but I probably wouldn't if I can't buy it, in the area and you have to come in a long distance or anything. I wouldn't pay, but it's probably a region thing where peat moss is actually cheaper than sawdust. And well, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow and try to have some good videos coming out here. It just was rainy. Thanks for coming forward 2001. Hope you have a great evening. I used to haul it to a lot of greenhouses with walking floors. Okay. Used in gardens and by the rice hulls and sold it to chicken farms. Okay, Ralph. Well, guys, you have a great evening. I'm going to take it easy here the rest of the night. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and hopefully it's not too wet to get in the field. Peat moss is way too much money. There again, I guess it's a region thing, Brian. Thanks for stopping out, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Thanks, Paul. You do the same. Tell your wife I said hi and the kids. Talk to you later, guys. See you later, Ralph.